what this year, 2021, has really done was tested our ability to still believe God. Because much of what we saw or what we have been seeing didn't match what he said. And so the gap between what he said and what we have been seeing or what we saw in 2021 was our belief. And this is not even generally for everybody, and this will apply. Psalm 37 verse 4 talks about this, like, delight in yourself in the Lord, and we know we quote it and all that stuff. Verse 5 says, commit your way to the Lord. If there was ever a time where we didn't have a choice but to do that, it was in this year, over these last 2 years, because we went on the train and we didn't know what was going to happen. We left our homes, we didn't know what was going to happen. We went into offices where, for those of us who have been having to go to work and didn't know whether or not what the condition or the state that our return would have been in. Some people, you would have had your loved ones go to hospitals and been on ventilators, and they've been people who've been displaced in their jobs. There's been so many things, and it forced us to have to make a commitment. Well, I can't trust the systems anymore. I can't trust the government anymore. I can't trust my own resources anymore, because my resources have not been able to deliver me the way I would have wanted my resources to deliver me. And so we have found ourselves in that place in this year, 2021. But the verse continues to say, commit your ways to the Lord. And that's what we've been doing. We had no choice. Some of us in the body of Christ, we went rogue and we did what we wanted to do. Some walked away, and that's all right. We're not hitting anybody. But for those who stayed and ensured that their commitment was on him and in him, it says, trust him. I didn't have anybody else that I could have trusted. I didn't have another source that I could have depended upon in 2021. When I didn't have anybody else, I had him. But here's where he's taken us in 2021. It says, and he will act. And he will act. And I believe what we've been hearing so far is centered around this idea that we're about to see the demonstration of the Lord. And I firmly believe that that's where we're moving to in 2022, because we had no choice in this year but to trust him. We had no choice or no better alternative than to commit our ways to him. And because we did that, because we yielded, because we submitted, even though we didn't always get it right, what we were about to see and to walk into is the acts of the Lord. What does that look like? I walk into rooms and the atmosphere changes, and that is a demonstration of the act of the Lord. I walk and I lay my hands on the sick. As a matter of fact, I don't even have to lay my hands in some context. I send the word, and because I am walking now in the manifestation of the acts of the Lord, then what I will begin to see is a greater volume of the manifestation of what God has said. That's just part of what I believe God is speaking and leading the church into, the body of Christ into 2021. But I say to you, if you have found yourself over this year where your commitment was not shaken, I'm not saying you got it right, I'm not saying it was perfect, but I'm saying you stay committed to him. Even in your imperfections, brace yourself, because the Lord is about to act. But if you ensure that your trust is in him, you may have had moments in your journey where you thought it was not going to happen, but you held on, even if it was with your last bit of strength. You held on even if it was your last bit of whatever that was left. Brace yourself, because this next time, this next season that you're about to step into is going to be marked by the acts of the Lord, and it is going to be all right. Somebody else go, and we're going to continue this later.